What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page today. No NHL on the premium side for me today, but I got an MLB play of the day that I really like for 15 bucks. I also got that as part of my walk-off Wednesday 3-pack. Got an NBA play on the board and a couple NBA plays there for long-term subscribers as well. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. But we're here to talk about the 5-game NHL card on Wednesday's card. You know, I'm not going to lie to you guys, not my favorite NHL card. There's a lot of tricky spots, a lot of landmines, a lot of tough matchups to try to dissect here. We're going to try to do it. We're going to talk through them. I'm going to give you my honest thoughts on them. Like I said, don't love today's cards, so tread very, very lightly. If I bet any hockey, I will be as well. But let's not waste any more time. You guys know the drill. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first matchup takes us to Madison Square Garden, where the New York Rangers take on the Minnesota Wild. And, you know, both these teams have had inconsistencies. Both these teams at times this season have just made some bonehead mistakes that have kind of cost them some games. And I was tempted to take the Wild on the road at plus money, given their road record this season. They're 22-11-4. Still a really solid road team in the NHL. Problem is, I can't get behind Minnesota right now. The offense is back to sputtering. They've scored 2 goals or less in 4 of their last 5 games. On the other side, the Rangers, yeah, they just beat up on the Sharks 6-1, but their offense has been inconsistent as well. They've still lost 5 of their last 7 to the point where I don't want to lay juice with them just because they need a win to keep themselves in the playoff race. So right now, I'm going to lean towards the under here. Like I said, I don't trust either one of these teams offensively. For me, these are two still really solid goaltending rooms, even though they haven't necessarily shown it as of late. So I think we could get a bit of a goaltending battle here, maybe a 3-2 victory for either side, whichever way you slice it. So give me the under here between the Wild and the Rangers. Now we head to this matchup between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Washington Capitals, and this is a very tough game for me because, you know, I like the Washington Capitals a lot. I think this is a team that could definitely make a Stanley Cup run. They have one of the best goaltending tandems in the NHL and most underrated goaltending tandems in Logan Thompson and Charlie Lindgren. But as much as I like Washington, Carolina's just been on another level at home. 29-8-1 at home this season at the Lenovo Center. And I just think that Carolina in better form right now. Washington's won 6 of their last 10, but they've also dropped 3 of their last 4. Carolina, they're winning 8 of their last 10. The majority of those wins have come on home ice. For me, I got to lean towards the Hurricanes to get the job done in regulation, as these two teams are still scrapping for the Metro Division title. Now we head to Scotiabank Arena for a matchup between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers. And I think it's very telling that the Toronto Maple Leafs, I think it's a big deal that the Maple Leafs are going back to Anthony Stolarz here, despite Stolarz losing both starts this season for the Leafs against his former team in the Florida Panthers. And Stolarz is playing well. The Leafs just played some solid defense at the back end of their West Coast road trip. And Florida, they're coming off of back-to-back losses to Montreal. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games, and all 4 wins have been by 1 goal, including 3 needing overtime. This is a team that is barely scraping by right now, even though they are in the mix with the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Leafs for the Atlantic Division title. You know, the Leafs have just been, like I said, playing some solid hockey. I think being at home, I think it's going to be a raucous environment. And, you know, even though the Panthers have guys down, including Brad Marchand, who can really get under the Leafs' skin, I think the Leafs hold their nerve here, and I think they get the job done. So give me the Maple Leafs on the money line in this one. Now we head to this matchup between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Colorado Avalanche from the United Center, and I'm going to take a shot here on the Blackhawks. It may sound crazy. I know the Avalanche are the better team. They're the only team that's playing for anything playoff wise. You know, the Blackhawks are already eliminated from playoff contention, but Chicago's won 2 of the 3 meetings this season. The home team has won back-to-back meetings in this series, and this is a bit of I won't say a sandwich spot for the Avalanche, but it's a bit of a tricky spot. It's the first game of a road trip. They have a back-to-back situation. It's the first game of 3 and 4 nights for the Avs. They probably send out Scott Wedgwood here with a game against Columbus in Columbus on Thursday. So I could easily see the Blackhawks catching the Avalanche here. Chicago's played their best hockey by a mile at home this season. They're 14-20-4 at home, which is still 2/3 of their wins. 66% of their wins have come at home this season. So I'm going to take a shot here. Give me the Blackhawks. You can get plus 2.5 around, even money, or around minus 110. Plus 1.5, you're getting plus 130, and the money line, you're getting plus 300. So I think it's worth a shot here. If I was going to take an underdog on today's card, it would probably be this one. Wednesday's card takes us to Rogers Arena, where the Seattle Kraken pay a visit to the Vancouver Canucks. And, this is just a very tricky spot for me because I don't want to back the Kraken, who pretty much for me are cooked. And that's probably why I'm going with the Vancouver Canucks here, not just because they're the only team with anything to play for here, but for me, they have been playing the better hockey. Seattle coming off of back-to-back losses, lost in 5 of their last 6. They scored 1 goal in each of their 2 games against the Dallas Stars. Vancouver's been struggling as well, but they just split off of their last 4 games of their road trip. They're back home, where they have been playing some decent hockey as of late. In their most recent homestand, they beat Winnipeg and Chicago. I'm just going to lean towards the Canucks here, mainly because, I guess, I just don't want to stick with the Kraken, who I don't even seem interested in playing spoiler at this point. So lean towards the Canucks on the money line, but it's probably my least favorite game on the board. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Remember to make sure you use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon.